Time now for our Sunday specials. The Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency is leading a campaign against noise pollution in the state. In this next report, Abimbola Agbebi takes a look at the war against noise pollution in a mega city.
The battle for a sane and noiseless environment in Nigeria did not just start today. In a city like Lagos, where commercial, industrial and other activities are at its peak daily, it is almost impossible to keep the noise level low. A global campaign targeted at enunciating the harmful effects of noise to the ears and the general well-being recently kicked off. The Lagos State Ministry of Environmental Protection Agency has joined in the campaign at this gathering of youth, students, medical and environmental experts.
Over time, noise pollution, which is an unwanted sound in excess of the permissible limits, has become very prevalent in our environment, causing stress with severe health implications. Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency is on here to create awareness on the need for control of city noise and to educate the general public about the harmful effects of noise on hearing and human health.
On the streets of Lagos, endless karaokes, deafening sounds from disc jockey are some of the noise we hear every day.
When you compare it to other cities in Nigeria, or in fact in Africa, you find out that Lagos is quite a noisy area. Just check our surroundings here, see how noisy everywhere. If you look beyond here, you hear a sound of noise coming out from that speaker over there. That's an example of what I mean. And funny enough, our politicians, they travel every now and then, but quite surprising to me, whenever they come back to Nigeria, all those things they learn from abroad, they cannot even exercise it in our own country.
The way they use the horn is so embarrassing in some cases. It's not all the time they're supposed to be using the horn. You know, at times, if we go on the road, supposed not to use the horn, they will use it and embarrass people. Some people may run inside bush at times, in some cases. So they use it anyhow, some drivers.
The law is clear on the decibel of noise allowed in the environment. In residential areas, 50 decibel is the noise limit allowed during the daytime and 35 at night. At hospitals, schools and recreational centers, 45 dBA is the noise limit allowed during the day and 35 at night. At industrial areas, 60 decibel is the noise limit allowed during the day, while 50 is the noise level allowed at night. Religious centers are expected to be soundproofed to prevent noise in their neighborhoods. Sadly, none of this is being adhered to as different parts of the city continues to blast.
While some argue that not all parts of Lagos is noisy, most Nigerians strongly believe most parts of the city is.
As we are listening now, the noise of the conductors, the noise of the religious places, churches, some mosques, companies' generators, household generators. There's a lot of noise everywhere. I think the necessary legal component is on ground, but the enforcement and the compliance, people are not complying, and I don't think forcing people to obey the law is encouraged. I think we as citizens should cooperate by making the environment serene.
One idea say if you cannot beat them, you join them. If you cannot accept the noise, you can get another city, another developed city like Abuja. But since you are here, you will accept the noise. All part of Lagos is noise. Whenever you go to Lagos, if you go Oshodi, you will see different kind of people. You go Alaba International, the same thing. My 12, the same thing. Because of the crowd of people.
This is a place that a big place. As you understand, there's no how you enter here, there's no crowd. From east, from north, many people used to come here to come and buy market. If you get here around 4 o'clock, you see the way Los Zeros line up. If someone is tired of Lagos, he can go back.
Well, Lagos is a place of hustle, so it's not too much noise like that. Where people are shouting, so people may think that it's a noise. It's not noisy. It's a cool area.
Ẹni ò ṣe ariwo kọ́ ni music o, MC Barrett ló máa ń pariwo o. So all those noise no be that one dey make Lagos sweet.
We need a government that have that intention of carrying out the laws that are set up already. And instead of making more laws, let us have that spirit to exercise the laws that we have on ground. Because I believe that Nigeria, we have too many laws.
The agency of government in charge of noise regulation says it cannot do it alone.
Challenges are numerous. One, enforcement is a serious problem. When you want to enforce, you need to protect your staff, one. And then you need to protect the immediate environment where you are carrying out the enforcement. So you need to go with armed police officers or security agents. But we don't have control over any of such. We have to beg those. These task force for the states, they are predominantly policemen. And when you go to them, they tell us we are busy. We don't have the time to work with you. So we decide to work with the civil defense. Now, we work more with them, and they've been assisting us in doing a lot of enforcement.
Experts say exposure to excessive noise pollution is the second most common reason for hearing problem, or in other cases, a medical condition known as tinnitus, where noise can be said to be heard anywhere in the head or in both ears.
I would say that averagely, if I should see 10 people in our clinic with hearing issues, you see 3, 4, 5, averagely 4, with a hearing loss. In the clinic, we don't just test. Before we even test you, we probe you. What do you do? And mostly you find that either the person works in most of the institutions which, are prone to noise. Industrial workers, the police, the ambulance drivers, the military, you find them coming. And it's not just hearing loss alone. They come with other conditions such as tinnitus. Tinnitus basically means ringing in the ears. And most people who have it, they kind of hear some funny noise, buzzing noise, clicking, ringing.
Their brains.
Yeah, sometimes it can be felt in the brain or in the ears when the environment is quiet, and it's very disturbing.
A survey conducted by World Health Organization in 2015 says about 1.1 billion people may be at risk of hearing loss due to exposure to persistent noise. Some of the effects of exposure to excessive noise are muffled speech, noisy or unsettled brains, hearing loss from one ear to another, among others. Experts believe that a noiseless environment can be achieved through a collective effort. Abimbola Agidi, TVC News, Lagos.